Hey guys, and welcome back to part 4 of the Civ 5 Germany No City Barbarian Challenge. In the last part, you guys remember I have taken Amsterdam, and I am on my way to sending my units to scout out the rest of the known worlds, in hopes that I can bring about civilization to the other civilizations. As you guys can see, there is a civ down here. I'm about to discover who they are, and I will be paying them a visit with my barbarian armies. So, along the way, I will be taking more and more units. That'll be great. I need to scout to the south, the southeast, the east, and it looks like there might be some stuff to the west, although I'm not 100% sure. We will be healing our units on their way back to the frontier. And I'll also be stationing some of my worse units in my city, just so I can increase my happiness. As you can see, I'm starting to get some growth in my city, my capital, which is great. I'm only really going to focus on my capital this game, just because I believe that I will be able to win by a domination victory very, very shortly. So, actually building a city is pretty unimportant at this point. Sending all of these units to the frontier. And I will be sending my warriors, more than likely, to guard the cities to give me happiness. I don't really need them anyways. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Next turn I should find out who this is over here. What civilization I am dealing with. Let's see. Looks like Byzantium. Bad news for Byzantium. But before we take their city, we need to get ready, so I will be sending more and more units in that direction. And I will be replacing this hand axe with a warrior. I'll be sending both of these warriors to guard the cities. More units this way, perfect. So far so good. Send this guy out over here. Looks like William still wants a peace treaty. This is not terribly surprising, but I'm wondering, he doesn't have any cities, or at least any tradable cities. So we're gonna refuse him. Maybe eventually we'll come across one of his units, but who knows. Next we're gonna go with bronze working, just so I can upgrade all of my warriors into spearmen. That'd be very helpful. And let's kind of explore Constantinople over here, as you guys can see. More and more units are joining my army, which is fantastic. Adrianople. Getting more and more barbarians. It looks like Byzantium has 3 or so cities, which will be good, but I think at this point I will be skipping the non-capital cities, just because happiness will be a huge factor in how long I can go about warmongering across the world. If they will give me peace after taking their capital, that's great, but if not, I will destroy all their units until they give me peace. Sending all of my units to the frontier. I always try to avoid these barbarian archers. They are a bit annoying, especially with only one unit. But that's not a problem. Okay. I'm going to start ignoring these barbarian encampments just because I have a lot of units. Don't really need any more at this point. Maybe I will later. And we're going to go around and kind of explore Theodora's territory. While I'm keeping these warriors stationed. Unfortunately, there are a lot of marshes here. It's making movement a little bit tough. It's almost a wet dream for William of the Dutch Empire. Too bad there won't be any polders being constructed here today, or tomorrow, or really any time. He is effectively out of the question. Only the unhappiness of his citizens really holds any merit. What's going to happen? Let's see what I can get here. No spearmen, that's alright. Not a big deal. Getting culture each time we kill a barbarian, which is fantastic. Slowly moving my men to the southeast. Ooh, and it looks like I have found the Zulu as well. Very, very good news. Now the time has come where I must decide who to strike first. As with many decisions involved in warmongering, I must consider the defense of the cities. And let's take a look. Looks like they're both at 12 defense, which is pretty laughable, considering Amsterdam, I believe, was 17 when I conquered it. So, it's child's play. Although, that's not taking into account the fact that William had no standing army. Looks like these civilizations do. Although they are mainly just warriors. Theodora has a bit of a barbarian problem inside of her borders, which is pretty funny. Let's see what we can get over here. These marshes are absolutely horrendous. As you guys can see, it's terrible to move across them. Absolutely terrible. Looks like the Zulu are relatively undefended. So I think Ulundi will be the next addition to our glorious empire. I'm going to move all of my men in that direction. Maybe uncover a few more cities along the way. Okay. Send them all over here. Fantastic. A little bit of attrition taking place here as we slowly make our way across the marsh. Nope, we're staying there. It's also nice to keep a garrison with the honor tenant, just because I can defend the workers that I have. It looks like this worker's done making a mine. Get back to work. We're gonna have you... Well, you can't really do anything, can you? Well, we'll have you make some farms. Feed the German people. And we are slowly making our way across the map. It'll take a little while to get there. Looks like there's a blob of barbarians over here. I have no idea where they're coming from. I don't see any encampment. But that's alright. We will get there eventually. There is a lot of barbarians in this particular save game. It's pretty surprising, actually. south. But that's great news for us. The more barbarians we face, the more we can recruit into our army. The more the rest of the world trembles in our minds. We're staying there. Alright. No archer recruit, that's alright. Not a big deal. We have a lot of archers already. It looks like the Zulu are going to be the unlucky civilization of this particular run-through. They've already overextended and conquered Vienna's capital, as you guys remember from, I believe, part 2. So, we're going to see if we can find Maria's capital. I think that it might be pretty close by to the Zulu. Alright, we're almost past the marsh, that's great. Need more and more men down here. We probably don't need this amount of men to take the Zulu capital, but you never know with the Zulu. Thank God we're not in the medieval era yet, or else they'd have impies. It's terrifying. Don't want those. Let's see if we can't find some more Zulu cities. If you need to heal up, do it now. Okay, let's see what I can find here. Like I said earlier, we were kind of scouting out the various topographic features. I'm telling you, William, you're gonna have to stop doing this with me. You wanna give me an embassy so I can find where your city is? That'd be fantastic. Wait a second. I'm not sure if this would actually show me his embassy or allow him to see my embassy. I'm willing to take a chance with this, however. Okay, well, he's not willing to do that. Smart William. Not going to show me where his new capital is, but that's fine. Who knows where it is? Could be halfway across the map. Could be non-existent. We really don't know at this point. Is that an encampment? That is not an encampment. Where are all these barbarians coming from? That is the question of the day. They just seem to come out of nowhere at the most inconvenient times. To heal you up. Looks like there's an encampment there. That's fine. We'll take that out on our way to take out the Zulu. No, I already know where your city is. We're not going to give you any ideas. And let's go with the cost of upgrading military units reduced by 33%. Blah, 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 blah. That sounds great. We'll be needing to do that in 13 turns once bronze working has been researched. My plan is to upgrade all of my units in the Zulu capital once we take control of it. As soon as that happens, we will be good. Heal up some of these units over here. And we're going to move you closer to the front line. Very, very good. Looks like Maria still has a unit up here, which makes me believe that even though she's lost her capital, she still is able to fend for herself, which is alright. But because this is a domination-only victory, I really only have to concern myself with the capitals of the other players. so we will go ahead and scout out as much as we can. Ooh, another hand axe. Those are really, really annoying. Set you guys up. And we are out of the marsh. Thank God. Looks like the Zulu have at least a token army, or a token garrison, to fight back with. That's alright. And a great general. But these men all need to come and join the fight before we are ready to declare war. Get on that hand axe over there. Now you guys might see that I'm ignoring the barbarian archer with my ranged units like the archers and hand axes. This is again to ensure that I can capture them with my melee units, as bombarding them with a ranged unit and killing them does not give me a barbarian recruit. And we can use all the recruits we can get at this point. Exploring around here just to see what this looks like. Looks like there's another Zulu city there to the south. Very, very nice. No recruit. That's fine. Plenty of culture. And my main host army is on the way. More Zulu workers to the south. We are on the way. For the life of me, I cannot pronounce that Zulu name. I thought it was gonna love you, but I'm pretty sure I am absolutely bastardizing that name. So we're just gonna call it gun love you. Okay, whatever. I'm not even gonna bother with that. The barbarian hordes are about to descend upon you, Mr. Zulu. So do be prepared. That one archer and great general will probably not be enough for you. But sometimes the AI will surprise you. Another spearman to take. Why not? There. Let's move these men through the mountain pass. Regroup with the other men that we have down here. Okay. Ulundi is absolutely undefended except for an archer and a great general, which is good news. I'm not sure if I can actually capture a great general, but I'm fairly sure I can outright kill it when the AI takes it out of its city, because let's be honest, the AI is incredibly stupid. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when they make a strategic blunder. Ooh. Well, it should be fine. Don't need too many units to handle that. Alright, so in about I would say 5 turns. As soon as ironworking pops, Ulundi will be mine for the taking. It looks like we're unhappy again, which means that Rotterdam and Amsterdam have just grown. And we don't have a garrison on each of our cities, which is not great, but it's alright. I think at this point it's better if I just call back this warrior, let Theodora handle. And our upkeep is actually going down, which is good. I think that the economy of the German Empire is starting to take off a little bit as we have more population and thus more production. But Rotterdam is still tiny, let's be honest. It's population 3. Other capitals are looking like 6, 5. Well, maybe it's not too bad, actually. Send you there. Need your men across the river. All of you, let's go. Can have you stay there. Like I said earlier, we're going to ignore largely the secondary cities, allow them to anguish and despair as their capital lies in German hands across the river. But we don't really care about their feelings, they're just robots. So, we're not going to worry about that. It'd be really nice if I could have some catapults. It would make this a little bit easier. But it's already pretty easy as it is, so not really sure if there's any point. And looks like I will be declaring war very soon. If not next turn, then the turn afterwards. I have a feeling that Shaka knows what's going to happen here. But unlike Theodora, he has no defense. Much like the other civilizations we've conquered up to this point. Very unusual for a warmonger, but perhaps he has most of his men in Vienna, the capital that he has snatched from Maria Theresa. Absolutely incredible. Next turn will be a walk in the park as we take Ulundi. Maybe even snatch a few workers. You know what? You're right to worry, and it's time for you to die. And you're right, I am honest. Now we've got some matching music as we slaughter the Zulu. Sounds pretty cool. Shaka gets to listen to his name as we burn down his cities. Very fitting. I'm researching calendar too to increase my happiness. There is incense and I believe dyes within my domain, so we'll be capturing those shortly. And Ulundi is falling very, very fast. Maybe even next turn it will die, which is great. The next target will be, of course, Constantinople, until we can find other unlucky civilizations. Another barbarian encampment. Let's let's make a library in 187 Wow, that is pretty terrible. Pretty terrible. Maybe a barracks at this point might be more useful. That's probably the case. How did I get another... Oh, that's right, I was producing a worker. I was going to say, how did I get a worker over here? We're going to pull this archer back. Let him heal up a little bit. Send in our ranged units. This song is very strange. We can't take it this turn, so we will wait until the next. Another great general. I don't really know how to use him, because in order to take him to our front line, we will have to pass through a lot of barbarian territories. So for now, we're just going to have him relax in Amsterdam, check out those ancient era smoke shops. Hopefully he doesn't get too lost in the coffee shops. We will be needing him later. Hand axes are amazing, guys. As you can see, this is absolutely incredible. What easy way to take a city. We have our fourth puppet, and our third capital city. Amazing. That was incredibly easy. Time to upgrade all of our warriors into spearmen, or as many as we can afford. Oh, does not look like we can upgrade them. I wonder if that's because they're brutes and not technically warriors. Or maybe it's because the city is currently in open rebellion. I really don't know at this point. We will find out next turn. Or maybe not even next turn, let's see. In 3 turns, okay. That's not a problem. In the meantime, we will be taking another barbarian encampment. It looks like Buenos Aires likes us now, that's cool. They have pearls, it might actually be worth making them our allies so we get more happiness. Oh, and I'm stupid. They have pearls, but they don't have any ships to upgrade them with, so that was absolutely useless. They are just giving us culture now. Well, you live and you learn. I made a mistake. We still cannot upgrade our units, which makes me think that brutes are not technically warriors. We're just kind of sad. Come on, fire axis. That's lame. But if we're lucky, once the occupation of resistance disappears, we can capture them. But I'm not getting my hopes up. They have finally made peace with each other. That's great. They probably realize that a threat much larger than the Zulu are on the horizon. I would really like to find Vienna now, because Vienna will be very, very juicy and ripe for the plunder. I'm willing to bet that it's the southwest. And because I am a betting man, I will be sending one hand axe there to kind of look around. But in the meantime, excuse me, I believe we will be taking the next Shaka city and burning it to the grounds. There is no more German way than burning things to the grounds, unless of course you are the Huns. And I hope to eventually do a Hun challenge video. Should prove to be very interesting. What that basically entails is also deleting your settler, and getting lucky within ancient ruins to make you get a battering ram, and then you can plunder your first city very, very easily. So let's see if we can upgrade our units. We can't. It looks like we'll be stuck with brutes for the rest of the game. Fantastic. At least on the bright side, they're great cannon fodder. And future spearmen that I take control, or that I grab, will actually be able to upgrade to, is it longswordsman or landsknecht? I believe it's longswordsman. So worry not. We will be able to do some damage with these men. Starting, of course, with the sack and pillage of Shaka's next city. He has more cities, but this city is particularly upsetting for the German people to see an enemy uncivilized city right across the river, or across the lake, or across the pond, whatever it is. You guys know what I'm talking about. So we'll destroy him as well. Grab all the men you can. And next turn will be a great turn. Okay, let's talk strategy. He's got one archer. Where are all of his men? They must be with Maria, having fun in the Tyrol Mountains of Austria. We'll get to them in a second. Until then, we will, of course, be doing some damage. All of you men need to be heading southwest. And that's my alarm, which signals the near end of this video, just because I can't go too far over 30 minutes, as there is a, I believe, a size requirements, or a size cap on YouTube videos. But worry not, we will burn this city to the ground before I end the video. It should only take about another minute. Oh, that's great! Look at this! He is willing to give me a peace treaty with this city in question. But you know what? We don't make peace. We're Germans. Come on. We're not going to do that. Appeasement didn't work. Second World War, it's not going to work now. We want the city for our own ill-begotten gains. And by gains, I mean absolutely burning it to the ground, which is great. So I don't want your peace terms, Shaka. Thank you anyways. It's nice that he asked, though. Very nice. Move these guys back. And to your duties. Get another brute that we don't really need. No, you know what? Stop it, William. I'm not going to accept peace with you now. I'm never going to accept peace with you. Just stop asking me. Well, you're on the warpath. We might as well be Hiawatha at this point. Heal up those units. And do as much damage as we can here. I'm going to move this unit back so that next turn I can have a hand axe. Ooh, I can have it on this turn. Fantastic. This city is going to burn, and it's going to delight my people. Much like a funeral pyre. We don't even need this amount of men anymore. I'm just, at this point, we're looking for Maria's lands. Maybe she'll be stupid and give us an embassy, but not going to cross my fingers on that. Hold my breath. We have an encampment right outside of our city. Fantastic news. Let's go send a few men to see what that's all about. And his next city will be razed to the grounds. Fantastic. What a nice blaze of fire. Another warrior, as you guys can see. And before I end the video, let's watch as the city burns down. That's always fun. Let's watch it, shall we? And the city is gone. How sad. Nothing but an iron mine. Ooh, we might want that later on. An iron mine to mark the occasion. And much like the city that is burned down, the time of this video has come to a close. Thank you for watching. Please stay tuned for part 5. It'll be out very, very soon, later this week. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the carnage that will ensue as we take our sights in the northeast for Constantinople and burn down everything that gets in our way. Once again, thank you for watching, guys. Please leave a like and a subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.